Is the Barbarian good? Bad? Well, in this video, we're going to break down and give you all the tips you need to succeed with the Barbarian. Tip number one for the Barbarian is going to be understanding the game modes that he's good and bad at. The game modes that are best for the Barbarian are Double Trouble and Mega Start. Double Trouble allows you to fuse up 2 Barbarians quickly and will allow you to scale quickly into the end game. For Mega Start, you want a durable starter character after your Mega so that it doesn't immediately get picked off and then you kind of just have the Mega left. That brings us over to tip number 2. The game modes that are worst for the Barbarian are Baby Battle and Epic Overload. The Barbarian is not very good without being able to become elite, which is why he struggles in Baby Battle. The Barbarian also will probably not get the chance to be fused up in Epic Overload, as you will want to prioritize epics in this game mode. Tip number 3. When choosing to go with an early Barbarian, you are going to want to support it with a DPS character behind it. A great character to have as a second choice would be Colt or Bow, if you are choosing to farm NPCs heavy in the map. Tip number 4. I do not recommend going Barbarian with a supplier army. If you were choosing to go Greg, Chicken, Goblin, Mavis, or Trader as one of your early game choices, I would recommend only going rare epic characters to support the suppliers. The Barbarian is great, but it is a unit that doesn't do anything super well, meaning it will not be a strong tank like El Primo that can take a lot of hits, as well as it will not be a strong DPS unit to dish out a lot of damage like Colt, while being able to be in a safe range to not get picked off fast. Tip number 5. If you are choosing Barbarian in your group setup, I would build an army to fight other players, as he is a very good mid-game character, especially when leveled and fused up. If you are an aggressive player, he is a great option early on in the match. Tip number 6. A Barbarian in the late game will get taken out very fast, so I recommend you fuse him up at some point throughout the match to keep him being useful. This way, he will have enough HP to survive the mid-game teamfight. Tip number 7. One of the biggest mistakes you can do when going Barbarians is having more than one non-fused Barbarian. You either can go one fused Barbarian or just one Barbarian if there are no other options. Do not stay at 2 non-fused Barbarians, because they will just get taken out instantly in the endgame and you will lose gems and probably lose the fight, as well as all of your chests will be higher gold cost because of this. Tip number 8. Try to have a Barbarian become elite as fast as possible. The faster it becomes elite, the faster you'll be able to take down enemies, as he gains a ton of DPS when becoming elite. Tip number 9. Do not get Barbarians after the first 2 minutes of the match unless you need to fuse it. As the match goes on, there are significantly better options, whether that be rare champions or epic champions. And finally, tip number 10. As tempting as it might be to choose the Barbarian every match, understand that there are a ton more units inside the game that are a lot stronger, primarily rare or epic units. Depending on the game mode is where you're going to choose your army. Look out and subscribe to the channel for more character guides and to see which characters are best for what game modifiers.